change with the name on the check. And that's real, that's real, that's real. I don't know about y'all, but I'll die about respect. And that's real, that's real, that's real. I'ma live in the meantime. Haters telling me to chill cause they need time. Rest in peace, it's the G-A-N-G. Hate on me cause we ain't leave the seat vacant. We taking the RAP game to a new place. I swear that we got this tied like a shoelace for real. Wherever I go, my homies come to. I love my squad. We up in this thing, love with the love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. Wherever I go, my homies come to. We up in this thing, love with the wherever I go, my homies come to. We up in this thing, love with it. Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies as they'll be playing against the Houston Rockets. Houston has to feel pretty happy about their recent play. They split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. I'll tell you one thing we've seen during this grit and grind era in Memphis is that they are tough in the postseason. What is it, Kenny, about the Grizzlies' style that makes them so dangerous in the postseason?
They're just physically taxing over 7 games. Could you imagine this if someone leaning on you for 48 minutes? That's what the Memphis Grizzlies do. That's what makes them tough and hard to defend and play against.
Well, the playoffs are naturally a little bit slower in tempo, and the Grizzlies, that's their style. You know, that's how they play. You know, Big Z, he's older now, but he's a monster on that Blizzknock.
I mean, it's a situation, isn't it, Kenny, where some teams have to adapt to playoff basketball. The Grizzlies basically play it all year long.
Yeah, certain teams adapt. Certain teams have to just continue.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free
The crowd is assembled here at the FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a Grizzlies victory. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Booker, even without him over the short...
What the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their younger players are ready to spread their wings and take on a little more responsibility. They're going to get more minutes for those guys and allow them to see a little more playing time.
Clearly a forward-thinking deal, and even if his aren't the biggest shoes to fill, it still puts a lot of pressure on your young guys. And let's see if they're ready to fill that void.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Howard is out there with Mirza Teletovic, and it's the captain in the point guard position. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Nuggets in Denver.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Actually shooting their first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against New Orleans.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basket.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
Now here's Conley following the miss by Freak. Allen outside. Down low. From 6 away. And off the prime, and in it goes.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Now here's Johnson. He gives the team some steady offense. A bit under 10 points a game. That's good.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Here is Harden. To stop the run. The shot is off. Gasol with the defensive effort. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. It's tipped. Here's the captain. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
That's good. And so Howard with the assist. The captain's got his first 3 points of the game. Allen dishes to Randolph. To the middle. Here's Conley. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Michael Carter. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He's off on the second. Rockets trail by 3. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the night.
1 shot. 1 shot.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Gasol a screen. Feet away. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
He is just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Here's the captain, and he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. Conley, the pass to Johnson. Randolph dishes to Gasol. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 5. Allen against Harden. Shot's good. Here's the captain. It's rebounded by Memphis.
He's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And let's review some numbers for Zach Randolph. Averaging about 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Withey's checked in for Randolph. Williams comes in for Johnson. And Krebs subbed in for Allen. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Arthur comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Jared Bayless subbed in for James Harden. And Memphis leading by 11. Conley out there with Crabbe. Then it's Derek Williams. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Johnson in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nuggets came through when they needed him to. He ended with 13 points, and did he ever have active hands on defense? Stealing, blocks, both were a part of his game that night. A performance like this is what we've come to expect during this great run of his. Will we get another one tonight, guys?
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
Howard kicks to Harden. Clock at 4. Here's the captain. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Crabbe. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Conley dishes to Gasol. A terrific shot on a turnaround. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
The pass to the captain. To the inside. Howard. Can't get it to go. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Johnson right side. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Allen's checked in for Memphis. And a change for the Rockets. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Capella. Allen passes to Conley. Kicks it to Howard. He dishes it to Harden. Here's the captain. Another miss by Houston.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Pass to Teletovic. Houston moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Shot to stop the drought. Harden, no good.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Conley with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Gasol kicks to Johnson. Conley dishes to Gasol. It's Allen on the wing. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Let's quickly bring up the 2K leaderboard for a look at the top free throw shooters among point guards. Fourth, Michael Conley.
They are as reliable at the free throw line as you're going to find in this league. And that's something we've come to expect from the point guard position.
Yeah, typically you're going to find your best free throw shooters at that point guard spot. But it doesn't happen automatically. I mean, these fellows are consistently working and practicing to keep that percentage as high as it is.
Here's the captain after the basket by Tony Allen. It's deflected and taken away by Johnson. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Randolph, a screen on Hart, and it's Johnson penetrating. A timely screen gave him a step and he took it all the way. And the Grizzlies lead by 19. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
And it's been about their defense, playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Stolen by Michael Conley. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way. Passes to Conley. And it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Johnson outside. Fires the three. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Rockets trail by 19. Will it go? That misses off the backboard.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Now here's Randolph following the miss by Freak. Right at the free throw line. The shot misses.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
And taken away by Johnson. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Some changes for Memphis. Jeff Withey, he's checked in for Gasol. Boozer comes in for Zach Randolph. And Derek Williams subbed in for Johnson. Houston also making some changes. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Howard. Kyle Anderson comes in for Trevor Ariza. And George Hills subbed in for James Harden. Clock is at 3. Williams for 3. A shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Boy, they've been leaning on that outside shot a little too much here in the second.
And Clark is starting to let him down.
So as we conclude the...
All right, fans, let's get up. Let's get loud for you. All right, fans, let's get up. Let's get.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Mirza Teletovic out there with Howard. And it's the captain in at the 1 spot. Gasol passes to Conley. It's Allen with the drive. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Gasol. He's around 18 points per game, over 2.5 blocks, and 7 rebounds. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
You know, over this last whole stretch of games, I mean, he's been shutting down the lane with absolute authority.
The Grizzlies shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Down low. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Conley. And that's now 6 points for Tony Allen.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Allen kicks to Conley. They double team Conley. Gasol dishes to Allen. Kicks it out to Johnson. Again, Memphis.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
For first minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. The captain passes to Teletovic. Ariza has the open look. Drills the three-pointer. Ariza's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Harden against Conley. To the left wing. Left side, Randolph. Just 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Howard. The shot's good from Gasol.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And it's out of bounds. Last touched by Allen. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. The Rockets, number 1. In third, the Grizzlies.
Well, these two teams have been consistent all season, thanks to having several great shooters on both squads. I think they've had great offensive game plans, as well as understanding how to get the ball to their best shot makers. Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Randolph sets a screen for Conley to the middle. Deflects the pass. Howard with the steal. Harden the pass to the captain. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw up off the floor after that one, guys.
It's Harden. Johnson, a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good. For Houston, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. No good from the captain.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Conley kicks to Allen. Randolph dishes to Conley. And he banks in the layup.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fellas.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Grizzlies. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And of course, there's the Rockets. They're down in 7th place.
And you know, Houston, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season, and that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Yeah, which is exactly where they are right now. It's not too late for them to make that kind of emphatic late push that turns the season from average to excellent. So far in the game for the captain, he has 9 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
Allen Crabbe, he's checked in for Allen. Conley with it. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Gasol passes to Crabbe. The open shot by Johnson, and the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Memphis. Jeff Withey comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Williams in for Johnson. And a switch here also for Houston. Anderson's checked in. Dishes it to Withey. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
He's had 6 attempts at the line, made 5 of them.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Boozer's checked in. George Hill's checked in for Houston. To the inside, stolen by Conley. Here's Williams. Can't cash in from close range.
And you know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
They double-team Conley. Outside Boozer. From deep. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Boozer. And it's 6 points for Conley. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in the transition.
Okay now, Conley.
They double-team Conley. Here's Crabbe. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
It's deflected. And the foul called on Freak. Now here's Conley. He's guarded closely. Screened by Boozer. Out to the right wing. Feeds it to Crabbe. Conley kicks to Boozer. 4 on the shot clock. Memphis moving it around. Shot from 12. Withy, no good.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
The captain passes to Arthur. Here's the captain. 10 points for him. Capella dishes to Anderson. The Rockets with another miss. Here's Crabbe.
All right, fans, let's get up. Let's get loud for your
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Rocket shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. We've got Vasquez. James Johnson is out there with Martin. And it's Martin Gasol. And it's Adams in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Ariza with the bucket.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Now here's Vasquez. Outside Martin. To the paint. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. That one is on Ariza. He's off on the first.
At the line for your Grizzlies, James Johnson. 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. And the Rockets with possession here. Here's the captain.
Move the ball.
It's Arthur atop the key. Here's Teletovic. And the rebound goes to Martin. And the Grizzlies shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. The 10-footer. They get it back. And here's Houston. The feed now to Arthur. Stolen by Martin. It's Gasol missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Teletovic's shot is good.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Martin the screen. Drive by Adams. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Sinks the 15-footer.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. The captain passes to Arthur. Right wing. It's stolen by Adams. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. On the wing, Johnson. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. And Corey Brewers subbed in for Jared Bayless. The Rockets shooting under 40% all in all.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We're starting to get some early answers on this year's big questions in the NBA season. And here to tell us what it all means are the experts, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm just your host, Ernie Johnson.
No one's an expert.
Huh?
No one's an expert.
Well, you guys try. And on tap tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. We'll be watching Dwight Howard patrolling the paint tonight. He's no longer the unquestioned best center in the NBA, but there are times, Shaq, where he can still be a dominant force.
Yeah, he still has that physical advantage, Ernie, against 99%.
At the center position, standing 7'2", number 42, Alexis Ajinça. At point, at 6'3", number 34, Devin Harris.
Of that fact.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
Chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. He's the guy that kind of held things together for him in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Howard is out there with Mirza Teletovic. And it's the captain and performance. And the basket by Harris.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
The captain passes to Teletovic. Houston moving it around. Back to Harden. Here's the captain. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's New Orleans. It's a three-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan. They never figured out how to attack the defense. The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Captain.
Here's the captain, and Tyreek Evans is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Howard with a screen on Evans. Ariza kicks to Howard. 5 to shoot.
It's really a good picture of what not to do on those last two possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
It's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing smart basketball.
That's good.
The defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. He doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
They get the rebound. Ajinça laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this win.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's the captain. The Pelicans make their last shot. Really left alone that time.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
There's the screen. Gordon against Harden. Evans dishes to Harris. Here's Davis. Ariza with the rebound.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Misses the jumper.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Alvin Gentry. They are going up against arguably the toughest center the NBA has to offer in Dwight Howard. One problem that Howard poses is his ability to send shots away on the defensive end. He told his players to be fearless and not think twice about taking shots, saying, a lot of the D Howard plays is mental. He just has shooters second-guessing. He might have them third-guessing, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Kicks to Evans. Pass to Aginson. He dishes it to Evans. Here's Davis. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
Here's the captain. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis. Ariza with it. Here's the captain. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Grizzlies.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before. And we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Oh.
And so here is Houston, trailing here by 8. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. The captain in at point guard. Also, Jared Bayless out there. Anderson is out there with Howard. And it's Capella in at the 4 slot. Harris kicks to Gordon. Screen by Asik. It's Davis with the drop.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy baskets.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
The Rockets making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. And stolen by Harris. On the wing, Eric Gordon. And they double up Gordon. Harris with it. Now guarded by the captain. Clock at 6. Outside Gordon. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pelicans pull it in. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
This is definitely the first of many tonight. And in these first games, you always try to set the tone and take that mental and psychological edge.
Outside Ariza. The pass to the captain. Howard dishes to Bayless. Howard with a screen on Gordon. The captain passes to Bayless. Houston needs to get a shot. Ariza, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Harris kicks to Asik. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And a look now statistically over the last month for the Rockets. First in shooting percentage. First in fewest turnovers per game. and they're #1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Capella. Here is Bayless, defended by Gordon. Shot off the screen. Shot is good off the back rim and in. The captain's got his second bucket of the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Bellinelli. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Ariza. The Pelicans have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Omer Ashe. Davis with the double team. The dish to Howard. Ariza has the open look, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Ariza's got 5 now.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful. Play the game like this.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Ajinça kicks to Gordon. Here's Davis. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first. And that was pretty good.
Here's the captain, guarded by Harris. 3-pointer. The shot no good. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving count.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies came through when they needed him to. He ended with 10 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. This outing just the latest from him in what has been an incredible display of basketball.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. He was definitely on in that game. Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points than the open floor.
Well, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Here's Ariza. Drills it from outside. Ariza's got 8 points.
They're absolutely stroking it from outside. I mean, textbook perfect. Good balance, nice high release, splash.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
They set the pick. Evans dishes to Gordon. And stolen by Ariza. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. There's the lob to the hoop. And the jam by Harden.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
Here's Ajinça. They swipe it. Here's the captain, guarded by Harris. 1:24 left to play here in the second quarter. Now it gets to Ariza. from outside off the mark.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Harris passes to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Here's the captain, guarded by Harris. The captain passes to Harden. Harris on the double team. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Davis. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Evans leading the charge. Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Harris. And that's now 6 points for Eric Gordon. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Power dishes to Ariza. He feeds it to Howard. Houston moving it around. The captain passes to Howard, and that one is stuffed right through.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Harris outside. There's the pick. And no good trying to get that one. And we've reached halftime.
Well, obviously a lot of ground for you guys to make up in that second half. Do you expect Coach to shake things up to try to jumpstart you here in the third?
Yo, you better. I'm about to pop a blood vessel up in here. Stand losing like this. Yo, if he needs any suggestion on what we can change, he can come to me. Because I've been keeping the list all half. About 5 pages long at this point.
You simply can't get enough of you. Thanks for joining us. Kevin?
Okay, listen up. There's some things we can do to quiet this crowd down. Now let's go over that first half. Let's get them out of the comfort zone they've been in on offense. The plays they're running are working, they're getting open looks, and we're paying for it. Also,
welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Well, how about Anthony Davis in this one? 10 points. He's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. Devin Harris is out there with Gordon, and it's Ajinça in at the 5. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
No good from the captain.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Rockets. They're sitting 8th right now in the early going. And checking out New Orleans, 3 spots below.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, they're a team searching for a way to take a leap forward this season. So far, here in the early going, that leap has not existed.
Well, with the personnel they have, Greg, that leap probably not going to come. I mean, they could be a playoff team, but I don't see them being a major threat.
The captain passes to Howard, feeds it to Ariza. Another miss by Houston.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
And it's Harris off the drive, and it's sent back by Howard.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Pass to Ajinça. On the wing, Harris. Ariza covering, and stolen by Ariza. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. No good from the captain.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
It's Ajinça, top of the key, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Pelicans, Asik comes in for Alexis Ajinça, and it's Bellinelli in for Eric Gordon. And a switch here also for Houston. Bayless is checked in.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. The Pelicans 4th.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Ariza, and it's off from three-point range.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
Harris outside. Inside, just 4 to shoot.